All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking the time out today to learn about all that NJBIA has to offer. We do have a small group now. We had quite a few people registered. I know it's a busy time of year for everybody, and we want to be respectful of everybody's time. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Wayne Staub, and I have the pleasure of being the Chief Business Relations Officer here at NJBIA. I'm going to be helping lead this presentation. It is helpful for me. I'm going to ask you just to say a few words about who you are and your business, because that might help give me some ideas on where to highlight some things that might be beneficial to you. But before I do that, I do want to turn over quickly to my colleague and friend, Randy Stevens, who is also on the call with us today. Randy?
Good afternoon, everybody. We're excited you guys are here. Thank you for your membership. It's good to know that Wayne and I are friends. I thought we were just co-workers, so I'm excited about that. Just briefly about myself, I'm a business relationship manager for the NJBIA. Been here for about 6 months. I looked over the registration, and a few of you guys I've already touched base with. If we have not, be expecting a simple reach out for me sometime here before the holidays or to kick off the new year, just for us to spend some time together, finding out a little bit about your business, help you complete your membership profile, and see how we can align some of our resources that Wayne's going to go over with you today with what you guys are looking to accomplish with us. Again, excited that you guys are here, and I'm excited to work with you.
Thanks, Randy. Why don't we say to the magician behind the scenes, our friend Danielle Wink, who none of this would happen without her. So Danielle, why don't you say hi?
I think I'm muted. Oh, hello, everybody. I'm Danielle Wink. I'm the event coordinator for NJBIA. I'm your go-to for all the council meetings, our HR program, live events, our signature events, and everything. We do have a couple events coming up in January that I will post in the chat here, and also send you some more information about what's happening at BIA.
Great. All right, thank you, Danielle. So again, quickly, if you don't mind, we're just going to turn it over to you. If you could say hi, who you are, your company, and a little bit about what you do. Again, that might help me think of things as we're going through this presentation. I'm just going to start from where it's going on my screen, and I've had the pleasure of talking to Scott before. So Scott, why don't you say hi and tell us a little bit about what you do?
There we go. Sorry. I'm Scott Parrott, Parrott Laboratories, and we have a pharmaceutical test lab over in Heightstown. And I am the president, and I get to do everything. I get to do from take out the trash, to speak to clients, to speak to the bank, to the insurance, whatever needs to be done. I get a little bit of it.
Scott, before I let you go, real quick, you said lab space. Do you rent out lab space?
Oh, we are a pharmaceutical test lab. So we do testing for other pharmaceutical companies.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Tracy?
Hi, I'm Tracy Schoenberg. I'm the Director of Public Relations for Bergen Newbridge Medical Center. We are the largest freestanding hospital in the state of New Jersey with over 1,000 beds. We're the largest long-term care facility as well. We are the 4th largest hospital in the country. We are also a safety net hospital, so we also serve a significant portion of folks in northern New Jersey and over the New York State border who are underinsured or uninsured and disadvantaged and disenfranchised communities that have not typically had the kind of health and outreach services to elevate their wellness. So that's us in the thumbnail.
Great. Now, important stuff. Very important stuff. Matthew.
Hey, everybody. I'm Matthew Goodrich. I am the VP of Business Development at David Taylor Digital. We are a New Jersey-based digital marketing agency. We work with about 140 companies in the country. We do everything from website design and development, hosting and maintenance, SEO, SEM, pay-per-click, anything that we can do to help our clients' digital footprint and then drive traffic and leads around ROI-based marketing initiatives.
Great. Thanks, Matthew, for being here. And I've had the pleasure of talking and meeting you as well in person. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Wayne. Pleasure to see you again.
Thank you. And Janine.
Hi, I'm Janine Gnauer. I have a public relations and marketing firm in Montclair, New Jersey called the JPR Group. And we service a broad range of industries from higher education to senior living to tech companies. Our strengths are media relations and promoting positive images for our clients, sir.
Great. Great. Well, welcome aboard. And thank you so much for being here. And I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season as we get started. So, really want this to be as interactive as everybody has. I'm going to do a quick PowerPoint, and then I'm just going to go to our website and kind of guide you around a little bit there. But at any time, please, feel free to raise your hand or ask a question. So I'm going to start by, whoops, go back here. Share here. Okay, let's see. Does it come up yet? Hold on. Let's try this again. Here we go. Okay. So here we are. So we're New Jersey Business and Industry Association. We were founded in 1910, so we're about 113 years old, just about. We're known for advocacy. We were built on advocacy, and we're still recognized as a leader in the business community, as the voice for businesses in New Jersey. And we'll get to a little bit of that. And we do represent every industry sector and every size, nonprofits, for-profits, small and large. We represent everybody. So as I said, we were built on advocacy, and we continue to do a lot in this space. We have 10 policy committees: tax and economic development, energy and environment, healthcare, manufacturing, legal services, our education and workforce. Our members get together and meet with our lobbyists. We have currently 4 full-time lobbyists plus Michelle, who are lobbying every day for a better business climate. A lot of throughout the year, we have programs where we bring in the decision makers from the state level, the state treasurer, the DOT commissioner, Department of Health commissioner. We've had on Economic Development Authority, Tim from the EDA. So all of the top leaders and decision makers in the state to get together to talk to our members about what they're doing, what's happening. We just had our big public policy event in November at the end of the year after the elections, where we had our leaders from both Republican and Democratic parties talking about what their initiatives are. I think Matt, I believe Matthew, you were there, and Michelle didn't take it easy on our decision, on our policy makers. There's a lot that we're advocating for behind the scenes, and we'll get into a little bit about that later. We also have a research arm called Focus New Jersey, and that helps us when we go to our legislators to provide them with the data, to show them that it's not just anecdotal stories that we're hearing from our members, but it's actual research. We get together at each county level through legislative luncheons. There are costs associated with that, but again, it brings more of the local legislative leaders to a particular area. We work with a lot of the county chambers on those events and partner with them. And as I said, we track thousands of bills every year, ones that pass, and then ones that do pass, that aren't as friendly as we are hopeful for. We then try to clean up afterwards. There's a lot of stuff going around, obviously, in the marijuana space. There's a couple of big issues that we're working on with the governor's office right now. Right now, we have the highest corporate business tax in the country. 2% supposed to come off. It's supposed to sunset next year. We're making sure and hopeful that that's going to happen, that it does come down, which that is great, but we're still going to be the second highest corporate business tax in the country. And our neighbors right across the street right across the bridge in Pennsylvania just have a proposal to lower their corporate business tax to attract more businesses. So we're always competing on things like that. Events, and this is one of the areas, one of the many areas that Danielle shines in, is our event area. We put 200 plus events a year, a mix of virtual and hybrid and in person. We have some ones that we highlight. Our Women's Business Leaders Forum. Michelle Sakurka is the first woman leader of this 113-year organization, and she has taken our Women's Business Leaders Forum to a new level, each year growing. It'll be in Atlantic City again this year for a 2-day event, as it was in 2022. The Public Policy Forum, as I mentioned, again, big event where we bring a lot of policymakers together. Our golf day, we, a good opportunity to meet a lot of our members. We have 2 courses that we fill with, hundreds of golfers, and there's also opportunity to come for lunch if you're not a golfer. We have monthly council meetings. They include the women business leaders, the diversity, equity, inclusion, the not-for-profit, our HR council. They meet monthly, member-led, member-driven too. We have leaders who chair these committees, and we help support them in the background. We always like to have an education piece tied to all of these council meetings. And then we also like to allow for opportunity for networking and best practices and idea sharing. And they all lead to a major event. Our not-for-profit event is going to be in March or end of March, beginning of April. Our diversity, equity, inclusion event, I believe, is in May. And our women's event is going to be in September. Next, mention, I know Matthew, you're in the business development area, and we have a lot of different ways to help with business development and visibility. I always say your membership is good and as valuable as you use it. Participating in those monthly council meetings are a good way to start seeing who's there, who's engaged. We have an award-winning magazine. You'll start to receive a copy if you haven't received it yet. We have a TV show, Minding Your Business, a podcast, a member marketplace, 2 websites with e-banners, event and webinar partnerships. There's just so many different ways that we can help get your message out and to help with business development. And one of the things I like to say, and Matthew, hopefully you can attest to this, at events, I'd like to introduce people I think there might be connections with. Why we're talking, as I talk to more people and say, wait a minute, I just talked to Matt, and he might be a good fit, so let me bring you over here and introduce you. Those are some of the value adds that we like to add. I don't know, Matt, if you wanted to say anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Wayne invited me to it was a little bit more political than I typically get involved in, but it was the first event that I had attended, and I had a great opportunity. Wayne kind of, took me by the hand, for lack of a better word, and introduced me to some good people from different organizations. I started some good conversations for sure. So, from a networking standpoint, I was very happy with attending that event, and I look forward to some of the online ones as well as future offline ones as well. So thanks for the invitation, Wayne. I was really glad I was able to attend. That was great.
Great, thank you, Matthew.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely.
All right, and then another reason why a lot of members join are for our money saving opportunities through our suite of services. Right now, a big push on the health benefit plans. It's open enrollment season. Our plan is administered, it's a multiple employer plan administered through Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield with hundreds of different plan options and designs. It's administered, our Partners Association Member Trust run that. It's a nonprofit that is made up of not only our association, but 16 other associations throughout the state. It's been around since 1945. Before COVID, they returned dividends back to members, the member companies, for 7 out of 8 years. The last 2 years, they have not given a dividend back. We'll see about this plan year, but hopefully we can get back to that through there. Because of the success of the multiple employer health plan, we now have rolled out a multiple employer 401k plan. This could be significant for a couple of reasons. Again, from the policy side, if you're not aware, any business that has 25 employees or more starting May of 2022 have to offer a 401k plan to their employees. The state has not set up all the rules and regulations around it, but it is implemented. We have a plan that's in place. It helps us with startup costs. Again, the principal can pool everybody's assets together. You're going to have access to better products at less fees. If you're a company that has 100 employees or more, the significance can be extremely beneficial, because in our program, you would not have to do an individual audit. Currently, rules dictate that if you have 100 or more employees in your 401k plan, you have to do an annual audit. That can be in excess of $9,000 to $12,000 annually. If you're part of our plan, you do not have to do an individual audit, because your whole plan is audited with the entire plan. So that's a big boost for a lot of savings for a lot of our members. Currently with your membership, hopefully you're aware of this already. If not, we can talk offline, but you have access to the HR support center. And I'll touch base on that a little bit when we get to the website, but that has a plethora of information, sample job descriptions, interview questions, a whole COVID resource area, little training videos, end of year assessment reviews. They're all modules that you could use and implement into your current system if you don't have it. There is a buy-up for $300 a year, which would give you access to a SHRM certified professional 5 days a week, 10 hours a day, to your specific need on policies, handbook builder, anything along those lines. We do have an employment law resource. It's unfortunately, you are in a situation that you need to hire an employment lawyer. We have a partnership with Connell Foley, a statewide and nationally recognized employment law firm that provides a discount to our members. We have a great payroll program with a New Jersey-based company, Prime Point. They do everybody from us at NJBIA and smaller up to the New Jersey Devils and Giants and the Philadelphia 76ers and everybody in between. A great shipping program, mainly with UPS, but we use other providers when necessary, and no sign-up fee or minimum usage, just savings when you need it. And then we're big in the training and certification area. We just launched a new program, a BIA Learn. It is a cloud-based program that has over 300 different options. There are different packages available that cover everything from basic customer service and IT security, straight up to state-mandated harassment training and OSHA-approved safety training as well. Majority of our programs are also available in Spanish. And then we do offer a multi week training, leadership training program with the Employers Association of New Jersey. Here's all my contact information here, and we're going to send this to everybody and everybody who registered as well. And really, we myself and Randy, and Danielle, we want to be your person. If you have a question, even if you think it's a silly question, please ask us. So I'm going to stop sharing and just take a breath and see if anybody has any questions. And then I was going to jump to the website to kind of just show you there. So, anyone have a question? Okay. So let's go now to the website. So again, for me, this is where I tried. I mean, we really do have a great website. We're constantly updating it and trying to improve it. We just went through another transition. I'm very happy with the layout and look of this one. So I'm just going to briefly go through. I mentioned a lot of the benefits of membership. They're all right here. If you just scroll down a little and you could click on any one of them and it'll give you more information. The health benefits one, I'm just going to click on because that is a big one right now. And there's a little video that pops up here that gives you a little bit more information. We just need to get a little bit of information from you, and you will be contacted by our partners at Association Member Trust. Myself, Randy, Danielle, we're not broke. brokers, so we can't give quotes, but these are the people that will get it to you. And if you just provide a little information, they'll contact you. Again, all of the different stuff here. The HR support center, I'm really hoping that you guys are taking advantage of this, because this is part of your dues. It's not meant to replace an HR, your HR department if you have one, but it is certainly there to help guide people in the HR field. There is just so much information here on what it includes. It's just really a plethora of information here. And as I mentioned, there's an upgrade, and it's $300 for the year. If you're not a member, it's $1,400 for the year. But this is a 20, basic 5 days a week, telephone, email. It has a question and answer history. So if you're working on a project and you forget about it, you go back to it. This has been a big help to a lot of our members. This is a new program too that we recently rolled out. So again, I don't want to hit every single one here, but again, if you just hit on any one of them, it'll give you more information. My colleague and friend Danielle mentioned, events. They're always right here for you. Table for 4, that is our virtual networking that we do every month for free for our members. So, please, get engaged on that. Lessons in Leadership, that's a nice series that we do with Steve Adubato and Michelle Sakarka, talking about different leadership philosophies. And then, we always, again, highlight a lot of our member benefits, the HR support, health benefits. Just scrolling down a little further, again, just some of the testimonials of some of the members who have saved some money. We put together a coalition of 100, and now it's up to 150 statewide business associations and nonprofits. And Michelle Sakurka and NJBIA, we lead that coalition. And we provide information to the governor and to the legislature on what businesses need and how to access it. And then again, well, we have a robust award-winning magazine and an award-winning e-blast service that highlights every day different stuff that's happening in just general news, and also our members. As I mentioned, this is a good visibility opportunity. We've had partners from the New Jersey Consortium of Community Colleges, some of our pharmaceutical companies, Bristol Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson. We've had former Governor McGreevey talking about his re-entry program for incarcerated people. And it does air on the weekends on the Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield Business Network. It's done by our Chief Communications Officer. And again, if you have Bob Considine, and if you have an opportunity, you can scroll through, and there are opportunities for commercials during the taping. Again, I mentioned our magazine. There's also a digital version. We have a podcast, Other People's Business. It's a little mix of fun and learning a little bit about your information. Our friend and colleague, Kate Conroy and Vinny Savatello, are the host of that. I've had the pleasure of being on it once or twice. We had a good time. I know Randy's been on it as well. But again, all of this stuff, if we do, we provide it back to our partners for them to use for future business development opportunities. And then just a list of some of our big partners. And we have so many ways. If anybody is interested, we have a lot of different ways to customize and make sure we get you in front of the people you want to get in front of. And if you're not receiving our New Jersey Business Today, that comes out every day at 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends on Saturday, you just provide your email, first name, last name, company name. You'll start receiving that immediately. If not today, tomorrow. So again, I'm just going to stop there. See if anybody has any questions. With our daily e-blast, as you're thinking about questions, we are always looking for press releases, news events about your organizations, about our members. obviously not free commercials, but if you're doing something new and exciting, if you've won an award, Tracy, if you've been awarded your organization for some, I don't know, your reach out for the community or some sort of award, or if you get a new business development person and you want that person's name and face out there in the business community, we can do that as well. Matthew, I think we touch base. We do a lot of new good neighbor and new economic development projects. So any of your clients that you may work with who are, you're working on things and they have a new project, you could nominate them, as a participant. And Tracy, again, I don't know if you have any new development going on in your facility, but we always are highlighting our members. Again, we want to like Matthew, deliver an ROI to all of you. We don't want this to be a transactional relationship. We appreciate you all paying dues, and there may be opportunities to do other things, but if you don't benefit from it and we don't benefit from it, it doesn't help us. And we want to start and grow relationships, and hopefully we can save you some money along the way, and that's our goal. Randy, I just want to, I know you've been doing a lot too, learning about all our programs and services. I don't know if there's anything you would like to add.
Wayne, I guess that's a con to doing so well and explaining everything, man. No one has any questions, but I mean, just to add on, in addition, I recently shared a press release from one of our newer members who was doing an expansion. So even if there's some some of those things that apply to you guys, we'd be willing to push that out and help share your information. And as Wayne was mentioning, and that's part of what we'll go over once we start to connect on some of our new member calls, is finding out what your goals are, and then I'll help you try to align our resources with what it is that you're looking to accomplish. So Wayne, you're doing a great job, and now that we're friends, I'll tell you to keep it up, sir.
Absolutely. Tracy, one of the things, and again, I don't know how much this plays in, but I'm like mental health, big issue for a lot of our member companies. One of the things we are working currently on a webinar series with Robert Wood Johnson Hospital around this, and we're actually hoping to maybe lift up a employee assistance program for the smaller companies who don't have an employee assistance program. We're not, we're still kind of in the exploratory stages about how we do that. But I just throw that out there when you mention all the services that you provide in the community. I just know that is a big one on a lot of people's mind right now. Also, if you'd like to get involved in the councils and the committees, we encourage it, and we are always looking, like we do like to rotate leaderships within those organizations. So, within those councils. So, if you have an opportunity to join one of the councils and you're interested in being more engaged and on a leadership level, please let us know. Again, we want to be here to help you with your business development, to get out your message. Our mission is to continue to provide the financial success of our members, and that's what we want to do, and the competitive excellence that we have. And our hope is to bring New Jersey back to the innovation state that we once were, and to continue. And Scott, your industry, I just think about, there's a lot of demand, from what I understand, from the education, from the employment side, to get people engaged in some of the work that research and development and pharmaceuticals, engineering. So maybe getting engaged with our career pathway programs could be something beneficial to you. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we do partnerships with a lot of people. And we have a partnership with the New Jersey Consortium of Community Colleges, and it's made up of all the 2-year and 4-year universities. And the idea is to show children there's career pathway programs that all don't necessarily require a 4-year degree, but they require trainings and certifications. And if people are getting these trainings and certifications, let's align the curriculum so that when they finish their apprenticeship, they have a 2-year degree. And then if they choose to continue, let's make sure that 2-year degree lines up with the Rowans and the Rutgers, and that they can get their 4-year degree. And you can earn while you learn. And there's so many programs. A lot of it's, there's a lot around the offshore wind, energy and environment. We need people who can drill underneath water. So now we're working with the maritime industry to kind of figure those things out. And they have industry sectors that meet, and if that's of interest in helping you get engaged. And I know the shortage in your industry, Tracy, we hear it every day. And from the licensing side, we advocate to allow, for example, military wives who have a license in Texas who get transferred from Fort Dix, let them practice here in New Jersey, and those types of things. So there's just a lot of ways that we intertwine, and we'd love to get you guys engaged as much as you can, and to the extent that it's beneficial to you and your organization.
I had a question about the member profile itself. So our CEO had flipped the link to today's event to myself and my other colleague in the communications department. And I'm not sure that who is currently holding the login information, because I'd love to see from our side. I'm not even clear on exactly when we had joined, because I'm new to the organization as of the end of September. But I'd love to update that, because we've had a lot of new senior staff come on, et cetera, and people who, to your point, I want to make the membership value added. I want us to be a more engaged, present member. I want to attend. So, but I also know we need to create that profile. So I'm not even able to log in, and I think I'm becoming the owner of that. So if I could have assistance on how I can get in, or if someone can send me, how to, take a peek at our portal, that would be great.
Yeah.
So 2 things, Tracy. It sounds like it's performance punishment, that you're good at doing things, so now they just let you take care of it. That happens in our organization all the time. Danielle will reach out to you separately to make sure we get you logged on, and thank you for updating your information, because that's helpful to us as well. And you bring up a good point that I did want to make sure that everybody does know. Your membership is a company-wide membership. So everybody in your organization can be on a council, a committee, do the webinars, all those things. So just keep that in mind as well.
And in terms of having people from our organization be able to speak at events, whether they be webinars or in person or whatever, would that be, Danielle, something I would coordinate with you if there was an event coming up that I thought maybe our CEO would be good to speak at? Or
Yeah, and Tracy, yes, if you saw something, but a lot of times, we're planning these things a lot further in advance. So if you want to have a separate conversation, let's do that separately, because we do have some events that might make sense, and there are a couple that we're looking at around the business insights, we're calling them, and there's different topics, and one is around health, wellness, mental health, those types of things. So that might be a good opportunity. So myself and our colleague Kate Conroy, we would reach out to you if you'd like separately to talk about some of those, just only because, like I said, I know we're already probably the March one, we're already, got some speakers lined up and different things already. So
Yeah, what I'll do is, Tracy, I will reach out to you, 2 separate things, one regarding the membership, taking care of all that, and second regarding partnerships, speaking opportunities, and I'll introduce you to my counterparts, Betty Burrows and Kate Conroy.
All right. Well, it looks like we're going to give you back about 20 minutes of your day, which I'm sure we could all use. But again, this was scheduled, but it doesn't have to be. If you want to meet, Zoom and myself and Randy, and we're on the road all the time. If you'd like to meet for, coffee or lunch and just, bounce some ideas off us, please reach out. We're all over the state all the time. Today's not a good day to be all over the state, but a lot of days we are. So again, thank you for being here today. Thank you for your membership. We want this to be a partnership. We want this to be a value to you, and we'll sleep better knowing that you guys are being helped and we're here for you. So with that, I just want to say happy holidays to everybody. Safe travels if you're going anywhere. And here's to a great and prosperous 2023. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Have a
Wayne.
great day.
Nice to see everybody.
Have a good one, everybody.